Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today we'll be discussing the famous case called Grainger Son V Gough. Today we are going to walk you through the case study and look at the difference between invitation to trade versus offer. Before we go to the case study, let me introduce you to the characters. On the left, we have Mr. Grainger, who is a British wine merchant. Next, we have Mr. Monsieur Rodra, who is a defendant and he is the wine producer located in France. Lastly, we have Mr. Gough, who is the savior of Texas. Grainger and Son had a business relationship with Rodra, and they have decided to market Rodra's wine to Britain customers. When Mr. Rodra sent his wine price list to Grainger and Son, they circulated it to the customers in the hopes of receiving commissions on any orders placed with the said manufacturer. And they paid taxes on that commission. Customers who place an order with Grainger and Son will have their orders forwarded to Mr. Rodra. On the other side, Mr. Rodra has the power to accept or reject orders that are granted by Grainger and Son. When Mr. Rodra accepts the order, he will send the wine to the customer and he will dispatch the bill to Grainger and Son for onward transmission, who then will be forwarded to the customer. Most customers settle the account directly with Mr. Rodra, but only few customers who make payment to Grainger and Son and then pass it to Rodra any amount of assets or commissions they own. Grainger got into a question with the Commissioners of Taxes regarding whether they fell inside a specific duty class under the Income Tax Act 1842. This turned on where Rodra practiced or continued exchange of business in the UK and whether Grainger was Rodra's representative in such a manner. The invitation to trade is an invitation for customers to submit offer and also indicate a willingness to deal.
The issue of Grainger Son V Gough. The defendant wine merchant circulated a catalogue with all range of products and price lists. The issue arose in this case is whether the price list constituted an offer to sell wine at a certain price or an invitation to trade. If the offer is to sell wine at the agreed price, the applicant will be able to make a claim since the contract is completely established. In contrast, no contract has been formed in ITT.
The House of Lords held in favour of Grainger. Rodra did not carry out trade in the UK. This was because all the contracts were formed in France when Rodra decided to accept the order. The price list was an attempt to induce offers from recipients, not an offer itself. Rejecting the claim, the House of Lords held that the price list must be construed not as an offer, but as an invitation to trade. In reaching this conclusion, it reasoned that to interpret the list as an offer would mean that in theory, the defendant would be obliged to deliver an unlimited quantity of wine at the stated price upon receipt of an order. This would be unreasonable and would reflect the intentions of the parties, as the merchant's stock is necessarily limited, and it would not be possible for him to carry out such an order. Both reasonableness and objective intention are the key to distinguish between an offer and an invitation to trade. On this basis, the list was interpreted as an invitation to customer to offer to buy wine at the stated price, which the merchant may then accept or reject. Do not assume that all the advertisement out there is an offer given, but it also can be an invitation to trade.